guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So as you can see, I'm in the car, Mum's here, could be driving, and I'm off to the dentist, the NHS dentist, to get my permanent dentures, second set, as you know. So these are the ones that I rang up and I said that the ones I got here last time, our temporary set, were a bit dark, and I asked for a shade lighter. Now I rung up and asked about that, but they didn't get back to me, so I don't know what to expect, as always. So yeah, fingers crossed. Oops, bumpy road. Yeah, fingers crossed they're going to be okay, but any problems, any pain, I'm going to tell him, because you have to sort it, because these are permanent. So yeah, I'll let you know how I get on when I come out. See you soon. Let's hope it's the last time we have to go. Bye guys. Hi guys, well I'm back from the dentist. I didn't vlog in the car on the way back because with the teeth the way they are, I thought I'd just wait till I get home. Anyway, so I got my permanents, NHS permanents, and I'm quite surprised how good they are. I did ask for that colour to be lightened, but she said they'd already been processed, meaning they're the same colour, so a little bit darker than I'd like, but I think they don't look half bad. They do flop out, so we'll need to use glue. So these are the bottoms. Alright, what is it? So with the four missing, oops, move that out of the way. Yeah, so the bottoms with the four missing. They look pretty much the same as the other pair, but they don't actually hurt. You know, it was hurting here, these don't hurt. And these are the new ones, which actually are a lot better. See how they've got this dark patch here and here, like in the middle of the teeth. It's showing pretty bad up on the camera, but I'll put them in and I'll show you them. So these are the bottoms. Listen. I will need glue. And then top ones. You ready? They do fall out. They do fall, so I definitely need glue on top and bottom. But I don't think they look bad. I'm really quite pleased with them. Sorry, I'm really quite pleased with them. What do you guys think? They're straight. Yeah, I think they look quite natural. I like them. So I just can't talk very well because I got the gagging is real. I think it's just because I'm not used to having them in my mouth. But they do fall out, so we'll have to use glue with them. But I actually really like them. They're, you know, compared to the temporary pair, they're straight, the teeth are straight. I think they're really straight. Yeah, and the dentist also did a bit of adjusting for the bite. He said the bite was a little bit off, so he shaved some of the teeth down. Yeah, and there was a bit of pain on the top of my gum on this ridge, but he also shaved that down as well. So that's the NHS permanent pair. Can't keep them in to talk because they fall out, so I need glue, and I've only just got them, so they need a clean because he's been grinding them down. There's lots of bits all over them, so I didn't want to put them in properly because they need a good clean, and so I'll do that on another video maybe. But yeah, I'm actually quite pleased. So yeah, so I once asked a question, why don't I wear my teeth when I do my videos? Now there's a couple of reasons. One reason is, if you've been following my journey, you'll know I have a NHS set ×3. You know, I've got one set that just didn't fit, temporary set I had for a month, and then this set I've got today, which is my permanent set. And if you know, I also went and got a private set. Now I was trying to keep the private teeth a separate journey to the NHS teeth. I went private because the NHS was just taking too long. I mean, I've got these and it's been a month and 5 weeks, sorry, a year and 5 weeks since my teeth were removed. So I went privately because I couldn't wait. I didn't want to wait anymore, even though that completely sort of went wrong and took way longer than it should have done. That should have been 2 months and it took 8. So what I do is I try to keep them separate. That's one reason. So when I'm talking about my NHS teeth, I will not wear my private teeth, okay? Which are the ones I use, because I've not had the NHS teeth to wear. Only for the last month I've had them, but they just weren't right and they were hurting at the bottom, so I've not used them, to be fair. So I was keeping them separate. So when I'm talking about NHS teeth, I don't have any teeth in because I've not actually had any that will go in. So that's one reason. Second reason, it is a real struggle. I have been without teeth for over a year, and I have got so used to not having any in that to wear them, put my teeth in, the only ones that fit, except for these now, the private ones, I only tend to put them in when I go out. So if I've or to show you me trying something, like a few videos ago I was eating watermelon, crunch crunch, because I was trying to keep them in. So at the moment it is a struggle. I am struggling because I'm so used to just not having any in. You know, and I put them in and they're uncomfortable, they're weird, they make my mouth dry. They don't hurt, not hurt at all. They were hurting up here, but that seems to have calmed down a bit now. So it's more that they make my mouth dry, and I keep having to drink, and the drink doesn't help. So I'm forever like getting dry. Plus, it is a difficult journey. Like I say, I've had no teeth for so long, and I forget how horrible I look because I don't see myself. I feel okay, and then I look in the mirror and I think, oh my god, I look horrendous, I need to put my teeth in. But when I don't go anywhere and I'm just at home or going for like a walk where I don't see anybody, I don't put them in. If I go to the shops, I'll put them in, and I'll try and keep them in for as long as I can until I get really dry. So it's a little bit of both. It's a bit of I'm trying to keep the videos separate, and also it's difficult. It really is difficult. But tomorrow is the 1st of September. The 1st of October. So I'm going to try and start again. Now I've got these. Now Now these are my permanents, and the denture journey itself of getting the dentures is over for now. The only reason I have to go back is if these hurt and I find different. I won't be using these very often because I prefer my private set. So these are a backup. That's what it is. But they had to get me some dentures. They had to do it. Anyway, so starting tomorrow, I'm going to put in my bottoms and get used to my bottoms again. And then maybe in a week, I'm going to start putting my tops in with the bottoms. So it's going to be very difficult. And I'm going to start trying to keep them in as long as I can again. At the moment, I think the longest I've managed is 6.5 hours because I was out all day at a charity thing. So 6.5 hours I managed. When I got back, I couldn't wait to pull them out because I haven't had them. These people that have the teeth out and have immediates, I can imagine that being a lot easier to cope with. Your mouth hasn't shrunk, you've not got used to having no teeth, so having them teeth in feel like normal because you don't know any different. Well, obviously they don't feel normal, but they feel more normal than not having teeth for over a year. So that's the reason. Hope that clarifies that, but it is a struggle. It really is a struggle. It won't. I think if it had just been a month, you know, if I'd no teeth for a month, it wouldn't be so hard. I think what I need to do is look in the mirror more often and go, oh my god, I need my teeth in. I just forget what I look like until I pass the mirror or I watch one of these videos back. Yeah, so I'm going to try better. I need to try better because I'm supposed to be making this channel to help other people, and I'm not even helping myself at this point because I didn't expect this journey to be this long. I didn't expect it to be this long. No, I mean they told me 3 to 6 months, not 11 months. Yes. No, sorry, I keep saying the wrong thing. Not 13 months. A year and a bit. Alright guys, I waffled on too long. I don't want to make these videos too long because I know people get fed up. So anyway, I've got my permanents, which I really like. Everyone likes them. Hubby, mum, dad have all said they look really good and natural, and they do. I'm really pleased with them. Yeah, so all good. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. Please like, please subscribe, and please share. At one point I will be trying to help people with the dentures because at the moment I've not helped many people, have I? Alright guys, thanks for watching. See you soon. Oh, I've got an appointment in 3 weeks because I've got fillings out on one of these teeth. I know it was looking black, and I said to him, no one's checked my teeth out for like 2 years, so he did, and I need a little filling. Back to being scared. But I'll take you along to that one. Alright guys, thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye. Oh yeah, be nice and be kind. Bye.